Okay, so listen, this is not what I wanted to be my first video. I wanted to be a reaction channel and like theory and not theory, analysis, review kind of stuff. But the new chapter of One Piece came out, and holy hell, I need to talk about it. Part of the reason I'm starting this channel is because I don't have people to talk about anime with. So we're talking about this. So spoilers for chapter 1113. Jeez, that's such a high number. So if don't watch if you don't want spoilers, because this is pretty freaking massive. Okay, all right, now that's it, done. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull up the chapter and Jesus Christ. Okay, the secret of the world that Vegapunk revealed is that quote our world is going to sink into the ocean, and like okay, so I did not know the chapter was out yet. I thought the chapter was coming out tomorrow, Sunday the 28th. That's my bad. I didn't pay attention. But it's out. And the reason I know it is because I saw like an Instagram reel of somebody saying, oh, the Roger Pirates learned the secret of the world, and they immediately started doomsday prepping. And it was, Crocus building the home inside Laboon, a whale who can obviously be underwater, and Rayleigh learning ship coding. I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh shit, did I just get that spoiled? Is that ruined for me? And I was like, and then I rationalized. I said, no, that can't be the secret of the world. That's ridiculous. Because how do you stop that? And then I came and I read the chapter, and that is what it is. And so many things make sense now, right? Marijois being on top of the red line, which to my knowledge is the tallest thing in the One Piece world. So it says, who's not going to drown? The Celestial Dragons. That makes sense. That's why it's like prepped. And so I guess the prep is right. And I know that there's a I have to pull a picture of Marijois, which I don't have, so I'm not going to. But I remember there's like cannons and stuff, built into the mountain. Like they're ready to repel they have to be to the entirety of the world. As everyone freaks out and says, "Let's go to the highest point in the world," they got to stop them. Now, I would argue that there's not much of a point of to be a king without a kingdom. But because if everybody else is dead, the Celestial Dragons are just people, right? And the Grand Elders are above them, and then Emu above him. But like, holy crap! And okay, and I saw this on somebody's a comment on a YouTube video about this chapter, and Noah from Fishman Island makes a ton of sense. Noah's Ark, survived the flood. That makes a ton of sense. And I was like, okay, I got to go back and I got to read what the poneglyph said. And so apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently all it just says is an apology from Joy Boy for not keeping a promise, right? And then I know, was it Neptune? King Neptune explains. I think it's Neptune. Explains the story of Joy Boy and yada yada yada. And so, and I pulled that up too, which actually I'm just gonna write. Yeah, more than 800 years ago, in the voice century, the residents of Fishman Island made a promise to a great man known as Joy Boy, and attempted to raise Noah with Poseidon's aid, but he broke his promise for some reason. That makes sense, to raise Noah. So if Joy Boy knew that the world was going to drown, get this giant ark, right? Because Noah's an ark. At least Noah is an ark in One Piece, but in the Bible, Old Testament, I forget which. Noah's Ark, so Noah's the name of the guy. But regardless, what's gotten me all flustered is, how do you beat this? Right? Like, yes, taking down the world government is like a crazy thing to want to do, but it's doable, right? There have been revolutions in history before, right? You can take down the government. How do you stop an environmental disaster that we know nothing about, right? Like, look at real world, climate change, right? We know what's causing that. We have no idea what's going to cause this. Also, is this a close to happening thing, or is this like eventually? Because like, fine, if it's eventually, okay, I'll grant that's how the world ends. Fine, whatever, right? But if this is a up and coming thing. Now here's what now we got to handle. We have to handle finding the One Piece, taking down the world government, save the world from sinking. Right? And let's just take stock of what's protecting each of these things. Right? The One Piece. I have no doubt that Luffy will have to. Luffy's gonna find it, and Blackbeard's gonna follow him, and that'll be a big fight at the end. No, actually, scratch that. What I think is gonna happen is I think the four emperors are going to meet at the One Piece, and there will be a big freaking fight. 'Cause I know what Otis said, that Marineford's going to look like child's play compared to the final war, and so that's what I think it's going to be. Everybody's fleets and just clash together. It's going to be really funny having Buggy involved in that. I don't even know what he's going to do, but it's going to be awesome, right? That'll be where Zoro fights Mihawk at the end. Luffy will have to fight Blackbeard. I think Blackbeard's going to kill Shanks. That's what I think. Shanks is a not part of the new generation, and thus he shouldn't. I think he's the most likely to die in that counter. Buggy's gonna be fine because he's freaking Buggy. What? Right? Okay, so that's gonna happen, right? In addition to that, we have to stop Emu and the world government. Now, granted, they're kind of also, I guess, protecting this world sinking to the ocean, because I guess that was information they didn't want to get out. Because now people are going to storm the red line, which that's going to happen. That has to happen. Unless people don't believe, but everybody who believes him. Also, but again, you really don't need to move. This is thousands of years in the future, right? Or even hundreds. Multiple hundred, then you already have to. But multiple 100 years in the future, you don't have to move if you're a current resident of any given island, right? It's not your problem. But I guess you want to set up your family, maybe. I don't know. There might be a storming of the red line, which is going to be freaking amazing, right? And then, so who protects the world government? We have the Grand Elders, who clearly are, we see here, no slouch, right? I don't want this to be like a chapter review, but I gotta say, those two giants whose names I forget, not Dorian Broggy, the other ones from Ennis Lobby, holding down. Oh crap! Which saint is it? One of the five elders? The horse skeleton guy was fantastic. And how strong are these freaking giants? I'm rewatching One Piece, in conjunction with a reactor, and like holy crap! Seeing Dorian Broggy and Little Garden, which was one of my favorite arcs. Their bounties were 100 million each. Now I'm like, now here they are going toe to toe with, the five elders. Like, what a freaking massive power jump for them. And I'm sure they got stronger over time, right? But just wow, but okay. Anyway, the point of this video is, so clearly the world isn't going to sink, right? That's not going to happen. That'd be a shitty story if it did. Maybe, but I would not be satisfied if the end was everybody loses and dies. How do you stop this? What do you do? Is it take over the red line, right? And dissolve the world government, and everyone just lives on that strip of land around the world? Can that house everyone? That's an insane undertaking to just build up communities on the red line. Like, just what is happening? What is happening? Oh my god. I don't even know. I don't. I have no answers or explanations. I like it. I don't, and I'm really not a big theory guy. I think it's fun, but like I don't want that. Like I just want to see things unfold, you know, and be surprised as they happen, like this. But my God, this was too crazy because I don't have a good answer. I'd like to think I'm a smart guy. I don't know how to solve this. How do you Right? We also don't know what Luffy's like ultimate dream is. I know, find the One Piece become hardcore, but beyond that, there was that whole thing. I mean, assuming he would help everybody if this is happening. I don't. We need more information. We need more information. We need more information. I cannot wait for next week's chapter now. Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! There has to be immediate consequences to this. Like, this is going to cause worldwide panic. Wait, unless he follows this up with in 1,000 years, which honestly I would be okay, because this is too much. There's too much that Luffy needs to accomplish. There's too much that needs to happen at the end of this story, and oh my god, I don't know, man. I don't know. I am so. This is insane. I don't know. All right. I mean, I guess that's all I have to say. I don't know. Like, I don't know. All right. Well, okay. We'll call it there. Thanks for watching and/or listening. We're gonna get to the stuff that I actually want to produce on this channel. Eventually. But I just had to put this video out. I'm working on that stuff in the background, because this is my first stab at YouTube. But I had to get this. I needed to share this with the world, right? Like, with the light arms. And I know, I'm just rambling at this point, but I had to share my thoughts. I need to share it with somebody, even if it's nobody. But wow. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.